Hello,
Hi,
your name?
Alicia Clark.
Clark, that's right. Okay. What do you have as a balance now?
Your Honor, total with court costs is $6,970.93. And I spoke with Ms. Clark a little earlier today about that balance. And she was, I think, expecting the phone call. Unfortunately, that $1,800 payment that she was able to make back in June, unfortunately came back for insufficient funds. And Ms. Clark explained to me the reason for it, and I will let her explain to Your Honor so I don't misstate anything.
My mom made it with her check and the bank wrote the wrong number on there.
Say again?
So with Huntington, when you get a check from them, like you go and pick up a check from them if you don't have checks, they wrote the wrong account number. So when it processed, we didn't know until it came back. And I'm like, Mom, like I knew the money is there. And she said, I'm going to go over there. And so she found out they wrote the wrong information. So it returned, I got charged a fee, and now I can't pay on my account for 6 months with the office either. So,
You can't pay to the landlord.
right. So it caused the whole heckler of issues. So I paid the $1,220 to the court last Friday, the 5th, and then I just paid another $1,000 before court today.
You paid what, on the 5th?
On the 5th, you told me to pay $1,200 or $1,000, I think, but I paid $1,220.
What do you have in her escrow account? I don't.
And then I paid $1,000 today.
I see, I've had the 1,000 receipt from today.
Might just be the 2220 if the court confirms receipt of the 1220. The last payment, Judge, was ordered to pay to the landlord. That was the 1,800, which unfortunately had the NSF issue.
It was the 1,800 that was supposed to go to the landlord.
Yep. And that one got messed up, but I paid.
So there's 1,220 escrow payment back on the 8th, and then the $1,000 payment today.
Oh yeah, they posted it for the 8th. I came in on the 5th though, but I have the receipt here.
I don't know why it's this way. Where is it? Oh,
I don't have any.
well, it's not showing them. It's showing weird on here. I'll
Hold on a second.
Okay.
It's showing.
but it's not showing.
It's not showing on mine.
Well, and it's not showing up here.
Right.
It's showing down here because they just coded. They just recoded.
What? Jesus.
Case.
Well, they can't just free code it because
So it's the way that they have to receipt it because it's trust, like the virtual form. It's not our case, it's not our JIS.
because she paid it here.
Correct. So, but I can confirm $2,220.
That we have.
Yep, 1,220 on 7/8 and then 1,000 today.
Makes no sense to me. All right. So when is it gonna show up on the thing?
It will show up as soon as 1481 transfers it to 1484.
Jesus. All right. Makes so much sense. Today's the 8th, so when do they do that?
I'm not sure.
That was not the answer I wanted, but okay.
Today.
That's okay. We have 2,220 in escrow. So then the other question that I have is the 18, because you're supposed to pay the 1,000, the 1,220. What happened to the 18? And is that going to be?
It's on that's the situation with my mom. It's on hold with the bank and all that stuff. So that's why I brought another 1,000 of my own today.
Okay.
So that the 2220 and then 1,800 is a commitment from Faith in Action, which Ms. Dornbush. You have that, right?
We do have the letter, Your Honor, a letter from Faith in Action indicating the commitment is contingent upon Ms. Clark's acquiring sufficient funding in addition to the 1,800 to satisfy the outstanding judgment. The issue, of course, is we don't have a judgment yet. There's no judgment yet. So, but whatever that might end up being.
She was basing on releasing it off of the 3,020, which is what was due on June 28th. Faith in Action, releasing their 1,800. And then Ms.
Yep.
Dornbush, after I talked to you, I received the email from Heather with IHA West Harbor Pediatrics that St. Vincent de Paul confirmed paying $600. They're going to send to Scio Farms. They got a W-9 from Jeanette.
Thank you. And Your Honor, just to clarify, the balance on June 28th, that 3,020 that I think Faith in Action was basing its determination on was before, unfortunately, that 1,800 was returned. So
Correct. That's what I thought. Okay, so I have 2220. You have commitments as well as the
1,800 from
18 plus, then there's
plus the
the
600
6.
from St.
So I got 2,400 basically there. And so,
That would leave July's rent in my.
well, hold on, I'm not doing it that way. So what was the total amount you had owing?
6970.93.
6970.73. Okay, so
2350.93, Judge, is what I'm getting after applying what's in escrow and then the 2 potential assistance payments.
you're getting how much?
2350.93 would be the remaining balance.
23, right. And then now what I'm trying to figure out in this whole thing is the 18 what's happening with that? Because that's obviously what fills the gap, kind of.
I have to wait for my mom. I don't know because that puts her in limbo now because of her rent to Scio Farms. So, and I
What do you
had
think
extra
puts her in rent?
because she lives there also. So she hasn't paid anything because this all happened. So she can't get anything from her for her own either. And my truck was repossessed Sunday, which I explained to Rachel as well. I know.
I get you, but I'm just trying to figure out.
So right now, it's not accounted for, the 1,800, because I had given to my mom, but then all of this happened with her bank situation.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not like somebody corrects something and the 1,800's coming.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. So this 2350, how do we?
That's essentially my July's rent and with the fees, the $50 in fees from the payments I've made.
How much is your monthly rent?
1924, but with the water they put on there, it comes over a little over like 2,100 or something like that.
Okay, so you're the 2,100, then I got the court costs. That I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You are complicated.
I'm sorry.
How are we going to get this thing paid?
I'm going to pay it by the end of the month because I'm exhausted.
Me too. But when you say by the end of the month, what do you mean?
Like before the 30th, because I'm going to pay it all on my own. Because I haven't heard back from like Friends Indeed, which they watch the videos to see like what's left owing. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
here's what I'm wondering. The 26th, what are you going to be able to pay? By 2 weeks from today, what are you going to be able to pay?
I would pay my remaining balance to 2,300 because if it was dismissed based on everything that's been paid now, that would leave just July's rent. So I would pay July before August is even due, which would be the end of July, the 31st.
No, I hear you.
Okay.
But here's my problem. I'm trying to figure out how we do this.
Okay,
Because if I put this to the 26th, I'm going to expect that 2350 to be paid, but you keep talking 4 days after that.
no, because I get paid on, no, well, the 26th it would be paid because I get paid that Friday. Yeah,
What time do you get paid on that Friday?
it'll post by 9 a.m. And that's when I go into the office as soon as it's there. So if you want me to come here and pay it.
No, I don't want you to pay it here.
Okay,
I want the landlord to get their funds. Because this is already enough of whatever here. So I need 2350 into the landlord by the 26th.
okay,
Okay, well, I'm gonna do it even stricter than that because I want it into the landlord. 2350 into the landlord by the 7/26/2024 at noon. By noon that day. Okay, I
Mhm.
will adjourn this out to the 26th, 2024 at,
It would be it.
it's at noon. Okay, at noon. At 12, so that needs to be in, so that then if we're here for whatever reason and there's some confusion, Ms. Dornbush can check with the client as to whether or not she has it. I don't want it here. Because I don't want them waiting for the money.
I'll have her send it to Miss Dornbush by 9 a.m. because they open at 8.
Okay.
And
So-
Your Honor, just because I know Faith in Action is wanting to verify that Scio Farms is gonna be made whole before they release their 1,800.
That's
Is
true.
it possible to have those escrow funds, the 2220 released to
Yes.
Scio today?
Absolutely. And release escrow, all escrow to plaintiff. Now, just let me check something because I don't want to mix up on this. And these funds came into us. They got to somehow or another be registered at 4. Again, a process I don't quite comprehend why it works that way. And then 4 has to release.
Correct.
So I want to know when that's going to happen. So Monday, I want some verification that 4 is going to release these funds to plaintiff.
Okay. I
So-
will send you.
Got it? Okay. All right. So then we're going to release all the funds that we have to
Scio
Scio Farms. You're going to get that payment in. That way the 18 can come in. The 600's on its way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Hopefully we won't have to see you on the 26th because
So as long as it's paid that morning, I don't have to come.
as long as that's paid, well, because you have the commitment for the 18.
Mm-hmm.
So if the 2350 is paid, I don't know what the reason I need to see you.
Okay.
Your Honor, is it possible for Ms. Clark to appear or have the option to appear via Zoom that day, just in case? I mean, the only thing that
Yes.
might still be outstanding, it could potentially be either one of those payments. Either the Faith in Action payment might still be in limbo, or the 600 from St. Vincent de Paul might still be in
Gotcha.
limbo.
Okay, that's fair.
So, okay.
So you can appear via Zoom
Okay.
on that day.
Okay.
Okay, just so that we make sure we got everything together, because I don't want it just clicking over into August. We don't.
Oh, please.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
It was 20, what was the amount again? 23, what?
2350,
And
It was
93
changed on there.
cents if you want to be specific.
2351.
2351.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew there was some change on it. I was trying to leave it out because that irritates Miss Dornbush.
It's okay.
Okay.
Glad I can,
23.51.
glad I can entertain,
need-
Judge.
What? Do you need us to write it down?
Yes,
Write it
I
down,
have it.
write it down for her, please. And because,
We've come a long way.
oh no, we've come a very long way. I just need this road to end.
Me too.
The amount, $2,351
By July 26th.
by July 20, yes, noon, July 26th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And this would be dismissed at that point, right?
I think
If
that,
everything's paid
yeah.
up, then yes, we
Yep.
would do a dismissal.
yes,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.